As many of us are still processing the shocking cancer diagnosis of the Princess of Wales, Catherine Middleton, reactions are pouring in, including from King Charles, Meghan and Harry, and a lot of Hollywood celebrities, and also a lot of apologies. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and I'm totally still shook on this news. She's so young, so healthy. All those kids. It's just such a tragic bit of news, and not what any of us were expecting or hoping. And what's really frustrating is still some out there trying to peddle this conspiracy theory, and we'll touch upon that in a bit, especially some of Meghan and Harry's friends. But I wanted to focus on some of the positive ones first, okay? So let's go to King Charles, who made a tear-jerking statement to his beloved daughter-in-law, and this comes in from the AP. Charles has said he is so proud of Catherine for her courage in speaking as she did, according to a statement released by Buckingham Palace. The king, who received prostate treatment in the same hospital at the same time Kate had her surgery, remained in the closest of contact with his beloved daughter-in-law in the past weeks. The king and Queen Camilla will continue to offer their love and support to the whole family through this difficult time. It's very nice to see and encouraging that he's there. The fact that they're going through this together is even more touching. It's obviously tragic, but they have the best help in the world. And it's just nice that they can try to get through this scare together and the family. And now that it's all out there, so what if they weren't specific on the details? So what if Catherine wanted to maybe be a little vague on her abdominal surgery, or that not go right away into what might be cancerous? What if she didn't want her kids to be scared? There's a million reasons. And to see so many people still trying to justify why they were peddling those conspiracies, it makes me so mad. Now, before we get to the other beloved sister-in-law, Meghan and Harry, I'm going to save that for the end because I got some thoughts and I want you to stay tuned. In fact, why don't I remind you right now, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, hit the bell for alerts, smash that like button, and subscribe here and on Popcorn Palace if you want your royal coverage, but help us by creating that engagement. Let's get to some of these celebrity reactions and apologies. So a lot of people coming forward, and I found this one interesting. Speaking of Meghan and Harry, Katie Couric, who Meghan just did a whole panel with over at South by Southwest, putting together a nice little statement. Catherine was revealed Friday that she had been diagnosed with cancer and is being treated with preventative chemotherapy. As someone who has experienced cancer, I was deeply moved by her comments, sending her and her family healing thoughts. Very nice, encouraging, classy statement from her. And yeah, she's been through it, as of so many. So it's hopeful. It's a hopeful message. Hoda Kotb, your illness does not define you. Your strength and courage does. Unknown. Prayers for you, Princess Kate. Jill Biden, First Lady of the United States. You are brave and we love you, Jill. Prince Harry is not going to like that. They're trying to cozy up, and now this is their worst nightmare. But let's keep it on Catherine. Ivanka Trump coming in, both sides of the aisle over here. I am deeply saddened to hear about Princess Kate's diagnosis. Amidst the trials she faces, her strength and grace continue to shine brightly. It's disheartening to see the speculation that has surrounded her, particularly during a time when support and kindness is most needed. Mia Farrow, prayers for a swift and complete recovery for lovely Princess Kate and for everyone in her family now dealing with tough diagnosis. Again, people call her Kate because it's what the media does. And I get so many comments, all in caps, screaming at me, "It's Catherine!" If you're writing that comment right now, you're not being helpful. You don't scream at people. It's what just the media does in America. I'm going to try my best to call her Catherine. I really am moving forward, but you got to understand the titles of the videos. In order to get the search, they all call it Kate. That's what everyone looks up. It's just the reality of what it is. So you might see both on this channel. Please don't yell at people just because they're using a wrong name. I'm sure it's the last thing on her mind she needs to worry about. But it is Catherine, for those curious. That is how she, labeled her message. And I noticed that, and I'm going to do my best to respect that. But if I make a mistake, come on, guys, can we all be nice? It is crazy how people just scream at you and check out because you called her the wrong name. Call me Andrew or Drew. I don't care. I'm not going to be offended. Maria Shriver. Now I hope everyone will leave her alone and allow the privacy she and her family need. Amen. Amen. Meghan McCain. America is sending Princess Kate and the entire royal family strength and support during this challenging time. Princess Kate has always been the epitome of class, grace, and never more so than now. F cancer. Piers Morgan. The way certain American talk show hosts like Stephen at Home, Colbert, mocked the Princess of Wales over her marriage in recent weeks now looks especially distasteful. Well, I can't just let you do that, Pierce. I like you, Pierce. I do. But why were you on this TMZ doc? I'm going to talk about this in part 2, but
there
was a whole
photo like this
documentary about it.
Asking.
And of course, who shows up with Harvey Levin but
fulfill any public duties? Is she taking all this time on a Friday night and Saturday to self-edit a picture, which is hugely important, that picture?
I don't disagree with him. That photo was just such an error, but still, that's such a bad look right now. And now you're out there trying to make others look bad. I don't know if you can get away with that right now, Pierce. You were starting to peddle some things yourself. Catherine Zeta-Jones coming out saying Wales and the world is with you. HRH Princess of Wales. Love to you always. Billie Jean King, iconic feminist and sports legend, sending our love and support and best wishes for a full and complete recovery to Catherine, the Princess of Wales. So many comments coming in. Here was one coming, Jamie Lee Curtis. Can we please just stop with this BS conspiracy theory? This is a human being with young children and clearly some sort of health issue that is a private matter. Do you not have better things to do and more important things to think about? Is concerned about this. It's nearly a low point in their society with so many crucial items to be torn about. And now Princess has told us her health, and now we should all send nothing but our best wishes and her family. But good for her. She called it right there. You know who else did, surprisingly? Jimmy Kimmel. Unlike Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel came in last night and actually made a whole rant about leaving her alone. It was kind of surprised. Leave this woman alone came in from Jimmy Kimmel. And I know a lot of people don't love him politically, whatever reasons. I'm not got an issue with him, but I loved his rant last night. The other night, before all this was even revealed, he went there on the opposite side and said, yeah, enough already. I don't get it. Give her some space. So kudos to him. Meanwhile, Stephen Colbert has not yet come forward. Now, who's apologized? I'm collecting those right now. I don't know this person. Some, I guess, journalist came forward. Owen Jones. I want to go there first. Owen Jones went on Twitter to say, as someone who speculated on this without considering it could be a serious health condition, I'm very ashamed, to be honest, and all the very best to her. Good for him. That's what we should do. The other one who made a comment was Blake Lively, and it was just sort of an off comment, but she made a point to put this out last night. I'm sure no one cares today, but I feel like I have to acknowledge this. I made a silly post about the Photoshop fails, frenzy, and oh man, that post has me mortified today. I'm sorry, sending love and well wishes to all always. Now, a lot of people did care. And so good for you, Blake, for coming forward and nipping that in the bud and trying to get there. Now, what about the rest of these guys? Kim Kardashian, Andy Cohen, Omid Scobie, and others, Christopher Boozy. Well, I want to start with Kim K because, yep, at time of taping, Kim Kardashian still had not edited this. Now, I'm going to go right now and give her one more chance. Here, let's check her stories. You can go to her store. You can go to, all stuff in her store 10 hours ago is pretty much when this was dropped. So she made a point to, let's not support these because she made a point to promote her crap, but not make a comment on Catherine. Yeah, Kim, you're gross, man. On my way to find Kate. Yeah, screw you. Screw you. Not a fan. It's just so despicable. Now, what did Meghan and Harry say? Teased it. Let's get to it. They spoke out following the news and they released a short statement. We wish health and healing for Kate and the family and hope they are able to do so privately and in peace, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex said in a statement shared with people online. I mean, yeah, you got to release a statement. They had to release a statement. I know I'm hard on them, but that's the right way to do it. They could have spoken up probably sooner, but even if they did, they would have been called out. Why are you talking about them? They're, in a place where they can't really do anything right, to be fair, if we're being fair. This statement is fine. But I find it hard to believe whether they were involved or not. The Sugars and a lot of their besties were involved, and I need to call it out. And I'm getting really, really frustrated by it. I'm talking about you, Liebrows. I'm talking about you, Christopher Boozy. These are besties of the two that are still, now today, with the new news, continuing to put out crap. Well, Omid's slightly more different. I want to break all those down for you, but I'm going to do that over in a video on Palace next. two-parter for you because I got a lot to unleash and I don't want to keep this one longer. I wanted to get you some of those initial reactions. What do you think? Make sure if you haven't already, head on over to Popcorn Palace and here, subscribe to both channels. I'm going to link it there at the end. Hit that thumbs up and leave a comment, but I will put it right here at the end card. Join us over there for part 2 as we go through some of the other reactions, the shameful reactions, the people that need to apologize.